It's time for the OuterWilds DLC. As far as I know, I've completed a lot of the main game content. There might be little bits here and there where I've not quite found everything, but hopefully maybe we can work it into what I'm doing right now with the DLC. I really appreciated everyone's comments on the videos for the base game. And it really helped to put some things into perspective and help me figure out if was I doing this game right or not, which surprisingly people thought that the way I played it may have been different from what other people were experiencing, but I guess that's part of this game of just everything can go a very different way for every person. And I think the important part that they mentioned was that the satellite I kept coming upon and then being like, what is this? Only thing that happens is it hits me in the face. Apparently that's related to the DLC, and you have it in the game even if you haven't purchased the DLC. So that's what we're gonna be looking for, I guess, to kick off this new journey. So if we just change it to the deep space radio, can we track something down? Or I guess maybe visit this shack, see if there's anything else in it now that the DLC is added to the game. Now, another thing that happened once I got the DLC is that on the main menu it said that the DLC is more intense, and it suggested that there's an option to reduce sprites in the menu. So I have questions about will this involve? But of course, don't tell me, I'm just gonna have to find out. So they have some pictures from, I guess, that satellite I kept messing about with. Different parts of or different angles of our solar system, and there's Gabbro just photo bombing. And we have a recording. And we're recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of the deep space satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Let the record show that on this historic day, OuterWilds venture has... They're printing, here they come. Stars above, will you look at that? There's Brittle Hollow, and look there, that's Hollow's lantern, and there's Giant's Deep, and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Okay, so we are also aware of the Quantum Moon here. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system, looking stunning from every angle in each of these 3 images, and in color no less. Now this is art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timber half look tiny from... Hold on, what is that? That can't be right. That's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger is it doesn't show up in either of the older photos, just this one. Well, there must have been an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for it. I'll radio Gabbro and ask them to go examine the satellite's lens for defects. Okay, is this Gabbro doing the examining. But okay, we need to look at the pictures to figure out what this is. So we have all of the planets here. Right, the twins, Timber Half with its own moon and the Quantum Moon. Then Brittle Hollow, Hollow's Lantern, Giant's Deep, Bramble, and the Interloper, Murder of all Nomai. And of course the sun. Not the sun station though. Here we have the twins, Timber Half, Brittle Hollow, Bramble, the Comet, Giant's Deep, and the Quantum Moons here. So that's so far all accounted for. And here we have the twins with the Quantum Moon. Is this object directly in front of the sun? Because that's the twin with the Quantum Moon. This is Timber Half with our own moon, Brittle Hollow, Bramble, Giant's Deep. Yes, so there is a shadow. There's a shadow on the sun from angle 40. And here's just Gabbro hanging out. Okay. Not this. So one thing I did notice when I was just looking at the end of last recording is that there is the orbit for the deep space satellite marked up on this thing. So we can actually see it in our map as well. But we can't like lock onto it. But that maybe means like, yeah, we can figure out what the angle was based on like where it was based on that picture, right? Looking from. But yeah, I take from that we basically have to go to where angle 40 would be and see this shadow then. It says it's Echoes of the Eye, but I'm not sure if it's actually to do with the eye as much, or is it just a name because it happens after you've done your eye business. There's a little camp here we've not seen or been to. Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print over in the radio tower. Well, it's like they say, a watch satellite never transmits data. Haha, that's a little joke for your journal. No one says that. Someday I'll have to study the mechanics of how time managed to slow to a syrupy crawl when I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, our resident expert in leisurely whiling away the hours, who recommends the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. Light a nice cozy campfire and get comfortable. Gaze deeply into the serene warmth. Let time begin to slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they probably think I finally cracked, but I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. Gabbro is just like, you know, my person. We burn marshmallows and we're time pals. They're just my bud. So should we have a nap? Because yeah, you can't doze off with the campfire. But I'm not sure what that does in terms of, okay. Oh, you can advance time. I guess in terms if you're looking for something to happen later in the cycle. See, here I was just like hanging about in space, waiting for time to pass. Anytime previously I needed that. Should we talk to people in the village or anything like that? I don't think so. Like, I did try to talk to Hornwells previously, like tell them that Felspar is on Bramble, but that obviously doesn't do anything because we're still in the time loop and therefore they don't have time to rescue them. That's kind of one of the things I didn't really say anything about in the main game because I got so caught up into like, oh my god, I finally figured out the teleporter. Oh my god, I can take the warp core and put it in the vessel. And by the way, I did think that the vessel could take us to the other Nomai and not to the eye initially. Only once I got the eye coordinates thing going, I realized that we were going to the eye and not on a trip to meet the Nomai. And then obviously that takes you to the ending. So I got so caught up in that and like the whole, I guess we're creating a new universe. I didn't really, think too much about the fact that yes, you just have to accept the fact that there is nothing you can do. The sun is going to go supernova and therefore all of the Hardians are going to die, right? There is... Normally when you have a game like this, where, something bad's gonna happen to everyone, the thing you tend to pursue as a protagonist, right, is I'm going to save everyone. I'm going to make the bad thing not happen and everyone's gonna be saved. But here, that's not what you do, right? You can never fix this. The people your village, your planet, they are all going to be destroyed, and because the sun will always go supernova. So the only thing that can come out of it is you seeing the end of the universe. I just got the little glimpse of like the light around the sun having that kind of shadow effect. So I assume this may be what we're looking for. Let's just fly about and see if we can do anything else with it. But yeah, just randomly flying about the solar system might not be the way to do it. Like, we may have to, I don't know, study those pictures closer or find that signature. And also we seem to have gone very, very far away. Okay, now it says it's radio tower, not just it's the signals. Yeah, we could probably follow the satellite around and see where it gets us. Because like when I hit into it, it seemed to be going back and forth, but looking at the map, it should be going in a circle. I may have like flown off a bit too far out, because yeah, everything seems pretty small, but I was just busy talking about other things, so I wasn't exactly focusing on doing that correctly. It's fine. What was gonna happen? We're gonna die, we're gonna reset, and we're gonna go back to our business like we always do. I am not afraid of death. That's what I got from this game. It's fine if you die. You will just go back to where you were. Okay, now it's like stops in different places, so we can follow it along and see where we get the correct angle to match the picture. Oh, there's a recording out there. Okay, well, the sun said that that's enough of your nonsense. But yeah, it seems like now the satellite is not just constantly going out of controls, and there's a recording, so we will come back and properly inspect. This time not fly out of the system. There's our first death of the DLC. Looks beautiful from out here. Oh, interesting. There's a different shape there at the end. Like the way that faded out, not just straight into the mask. I like that there was the quantum moon, and because we blinked it disappeared. How very quantum moon of it. And yeah, is there ship log for this new stuff? Like, do we get a separate new section to look? Yep, there is the radio tower and the radio tower, because we've wasted all our time and didn't actually see anything. Yes, something strange in the photos. There was a shadow. So yeah, haven't found anything else out yet. We know where to go. We know where to try to look. And there's our satellite, I think. Yep, deep space radio. Let's just go and catch up with it real quick. Yeah, I wonder what are the spooky things are going to be then that they had to warn me about. And then just general, because yeah, it feels like the whole situation with the Nomai and the Eye kind of is closed off by what happened in the main game, so I'm not sure whether we're gonna be introducing a completely new story here, or is this just some more of that? Okay, can we get out then quickly and inspect the satellite before it floats away? Yeah, we've identified the satellite. Okay, can we play this recording? Gabro here, checking in on the deep space satellite per ground control's request to check out a possible equipment problem. See, Hornfills, I do to work. You know, I wouldn't mind being a satellite. It's peaceful out here among the distant stars and the soft, velvety darkness. But it's yawn. Awfully nice for naps, too. Alright, that ends. Gabro's just like, I'm gonna have a nap. Alright, little satellite, let's see what the trouble is. Huh? Everything's look A-okay. Ground control, no dust or scratches on the lens, and no evidence of sparkling or violent explosions. Guess that rules out an equipment malfunction after all. Hear that, pal? You're in great shape. Keep up the good work out here. Oh, okay, so it has an angle display on it. So we can just follow it around, and it's actually approaching angle 40 now. So we should be able to see what it sees. The shadow is happening. It is definitely more visible from this angle. It's just a shadow, though. Do we get in our ship? Do we get our scout in? Is it just a dark planet? Like, do we follow it this way, or do we have to be at the right? Yeah, okay. Can we lock onto it in any way? It's completely covered the sun. Okay, we've entered something. Okay. This... Ow. Wouldn't be a day in OuterWilds if I didn't break my ship. This doesn't look very Nomai to me. This looks very different. There is some structures, things that look like UFOs. What is this then? A very different architecture to what we've seen from the Nomai so far, that's for sure. And different writing, yeah, unknown language. Do we have to figure that one out? Is that... Okay, that's floor, it's not some sort of hall. Okay, it works with light. Because as soon as I turned my flashlight on, it started turning. There's trees. Everyone in this universe knows that you need trees. Like, you have those special trees that you can just get anywhere and grow them in space. And they let you make oxygen. Okay, they all glow when we put a flashlight on it. And there is a thing to rotate so we can fall down. Okay, this is a steering mechanism with our light, and we go against the current somewhat. Although we're being pushed to the side here, so we may struggle to make any meaningful progress. Okay, well, let's go with the current then. Wow, it's like a ring world inside a ship of some sort. So this could be some sort of colony ship for a completely different civilization, different kind of people. Ah! Oh, it's pulling a raft in. It's a stop of some sort. But I don't see any inhabitants as of now. So no one to talk to. Okay, yeah, unknown language. But it's some sort of building and a dock. Yeah, there's damage and plant overgrowth, so whoever was traveling on the ship may also not be in a great state. They may have been escaping a supernova in their planet or their system as well, and then had some issues. Okay, those are definitely not the Nomai. Although, yes, they also have some sort of horns and, like, yeah, some sort of furry feathery thing. Also, let's just look at the fact that this table is gigantic. Like, it's our eye level. So, for someone sitting on this chair, that would be a correct table height. Which means whoever it is, they're huge. Or we just very small. They have some sort of triangle chess. They're playing, and there's this building here and then something there. More pictures of them. More pictures. Like those family photos. Something there. And giant tables. This is spinning. We can turn. Okay, is this supposed to be some sort of like display? Like they would be watching something here. But we don't... Like we have to put something in just to watch it. Something Nothing else is here. Okay, yes, slide reel. So that's what we're gonna need for... Okay, there's a few of them, so we can come back and watch different ones. Okay, so we turn. Oh, we have to be shining our light in it, because otherwise it's not showing. Okay, that seems to be showing in the eye as well. They were also traveling towards the eye, because this is our system, and then the eye on top. Okay, so if we... the door just opened. Please don't murder me. Okay, yeah, the eye is coming closer. Okay, that's something else. That's some sort of planet surrounded by other things. Like, there are more slides on them. Are we doing this right? Because this seems a bit burdensome that we have to like jump up and down with our flashlight to watch this, to see this. Okay, that's just back to the eye. Well, it seems to have other pictures I can see on the inside, but then when I put it in, it only shows me the eye picture. But here it has like the creatures looking at things, and the creatures looking at the eye, and... What was that? The dam has failed. Okay, well, I guess can't be using that room anymore. Okay, so there is time components here too, where their water rises and floods the place. Okay, well, where can we go then? Swim across to that building. What's in here? So that's them on the rafts. It's them chilling, fishing, looking at the sky, looking at the planets, going on a raft. Yeah, okay, so we get to look at some pictures. Okay, well, the water will carry us somewhere. This seems like a lot to explore, so I assume basically the whole DLC is gonna be around being on this ship then, and not really going around our solar system. So maybe not, yeah, maybe not like instantly like, oh, because I have to explore the solar system, I get to go and look at some things I may have missed. But we will see, we'll see. The current got a bit violent there. So now I'm just going where I'm carried. There is a raft station here. So I'm gonna be able to use that. There is more things, more writing we cannot understand. A tower of some sort. Oh, the eye. Is it like everyone in the universe knows about the eye and is pursuing the eye? It's just asked the people that actually live near the eye, completely clueless. What are those? Oh, jetpack fuel. I was like, what's with this? Like, is it some sort of pressure washer? No, it's a refueling station. Good. But yes, they also knew about the eye and had pictures about it. I think the raft got carried away from here. So we're gonna be jetpacking and swimming. Cables? Another raft here, but there's also some stairs over there, so if we can make it out. Yeah, we really took some damage from the electric cables in the water. Someone should have maybe not put those there. Doesn't sound very safe. Okay, that updated our ship log, but there's no way we're jetpacking across to there. What are we gonna do? Where did we start, even? Are we like completely on the other side from where we started? No. Well, I guess we started there because that's the dam and that's the building. Okay, so we have to be figuring out like where to go based on the water situation. This feels like something that's gonna definitely be trying to figure this out through multiple cycles. Can we push it out of the way? Okay, we can push it from when we're standing on something else. Okay, this doesn't do anything right now because the raft isn't attached here. I guess it's just stuck. Can we go to the shore here? A couple of things on both sides that I can see, but yeah, this might start with the hole again. Oh my god, there's so many things. I am going to do a tiny bit on each of them and then be very confused as to where am I supposed to be diving in. Hopefully we'll get another fortunate accident that carries us the whole way. The Sunsplosion music is starting, so that will be the end of this exploration. Can we get in this building? More pictures of the different members of those families. Yes, everything's huge. So I hope if anyone's here, they're not like hostile. Again, the game said there would be scary things, so I'm already scared and worried. Like, what is this? That seemed to be like a timed door, because it was in that room and it was spinning, and then it stopped spinning and it opened. So is that some sort of mechanism we need to learn about? They have some sort of stuff here as well. We don't have anything to put in this projector. What else can we see? I think that's where we... No, that's not where we started, because we started on the other side of the dam. There's things on the other side too. Yep. It's time for us to go. Okay, but what does it mean in terms of coming back here? I guess we check our ship and see if we can put a marker on, because I'm not sure I want to be chasing the satellite every time and then aligning at an angle to find this place. Let's go to the ship log. Yeah, hold up a sec. Hey, I already know about the launch codes. What? No, I was going to tell you about using the ship log to set destination markers for locations you visited before. It's a brilliant feature, if I say so myself, dead useful, and the risk it poses of shorting out the fuel regulator and causing the ship to explode is minimal. That only Gossen would worry about it. Yeah, okay, so they're being like, yeah, you don't have to do this again. You can just set it and the ship knows. The ship knows where it is. How minimal are we talking? Minimal. Stars above, you worry too much. If anything is going to kill you, it's the autopilot. But when you complain about the autopilot, you're like, no, it's fine. You're just doing it wrong. Wow, Slade, how do you come up with those incredible ideas? Oh, I do the best I can, but I've got really, you're too kind. That's not what my voice sounds like. Everyone's a critic. Anyway, I've got a fire to enjoy and you've got launch codes to grab. Go wild with the marking feature while you're out there. Just try not to follow it so directly you fly into the sun, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I've used it a few times before, so I do know about it. Again, should we tell someone that there is a big ship in the sky? I guess we can tell them later. Like, I'm sure Hornfels will be excited to not do anything with that information. The stranger. Yeah, mark location on the HUD. A massive artificial ring world hidden within some sort of cloaking field. It does not appear to be Hardian or Nomayan in origin. So we have the reservoir. Yeah, enormous reservoir of wooden piers and buildings on both shores. River lowlands. That's near the entrance. Cliffside building, unique symbol, yeah, recess, Litneganya, and Cinder Isles, yeah, tiny still houses, large metal symbol for the eye of the universe inside. Yeah, okay, well, I guess just mark this should be enough. I put my spacesuits on because if we crack the ship, then at least we can breathe. And also so I don't accidentally leave the spaceship without my suit on, because I do that. Can we autopilot to it as well? So I can drink my tea while I'm flying. Okay, so if we just approach it, then we switch into it, but I guess we have to go to the side not facing the sun, because that's where the entrance is. There we go, that's the entrance there. Already broke everything in the ship, but whatever, this is a one-way trip. Like, we're not going back from here. I wonder if we can learn the language somewhere. I think last time I just luckily stopped it while it was unlocking the door. But yeah, you have to actually time that. Let's drop in. And where do we want to go where the water is not too high up? Because there was that building with the... yeah, here where we got pulled in. And there were things to see on those displays. That was that one there, I think. So yeah, there's nothing in this one, just the giant table. And then this one is the things to see on the reels. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how to work that projector so I can see well. Because yeah, if I just put it on the floor, I can use my signal scope to zoom in on the different things. So that seems to be like about the eye. This one's burnt out. But they're looking towards the sky and towards the eye, and they're traveling to our solar system to get to the eye with their ring world. Yeah, unclear whether they're just traveling because they want to go to the eye, or if they're traveling because their world is maybe that's how I can do it. Okay, I forget. Like the scout also has a light. So if we fire the scout here, or like on top of it, does it need to go on top? But when I use my thing, I'm like, yeah, I do it from over there. Does it go, if it goes there, does that work? No. No, it has to be like on top. Okay, well, it's still not ideal for looking at it. And I guess the scout is illuminating the room, so we're actually not seeing the pictures very well. Okay. Yeah, the things are burned out, but there's some sort of... something is being sealed, and then there is a face. And then... yeah... I'm not sure. Jesus, my own shadow scared me. Like, the game should have told me this is gonna be scary, because now I'm pre-scared. I'm pre-scared of what is going on. I am ready to be spooked, even if it's nothing spooky. Yeah, that's just them observing the eye and receiving the signal. Yeah, because it's that planet with the rings. It appears quite a bunch. So I guess that's where they might be from. And yes, that's them receiving the signal from the eye. So it went from like, you know, something that looks like an okay creature, you know, green, to like this sort of zombie looking thing, scary looking thing. Did it drive them crazy? The signal from the eye? They become obsessed. Okay, well, we saw a bit more of that then. But I still don't know if there's a better way to like align the scout to show those things, or am I doing it wrong? There is always a chance I'm doing it wrong. That's usually what happens. Okay, the dam hasn't burst yet, but it's looking not too great. Okay, that's just a shrine with the pictures. What else can we see then? Okay, can get through here without hitting our heads on rocks. Okay, we can get into this village. which I think it doesn't go under the water, it's just that we were without a raft just being thrown about the rocks. There's also appears to be like a cave there. We may be able to visit if we're good at controlling things. Okay, there is now a family of 3 of them. So, well, at least they have concept of families, so, you know, it's... might mean they're all not just murderous kind, you know, they care about people. Okay, there's another one of those round shrines with the pictures of their lives. Not sure what the meaning of this is yet. I mean, those might just be their normal houses and stuff like that, so might not have anything special in them. Scratched our face. Someone got divorced. Okay, there's a picture of the tower, but there's also this projector thing. Ah, yeah, secret entrance through the cave. So yeah, that's what we want to do. Oh, there's a lantern. Ah, so we want those, and that's how we can watch the projector movies. I'm not sure there was any lanterns in that building. The dam's coming, or the water's coming. The dam has gone. Let's hide in a house. Oh yeah, there's more projector reveals here. Hopefully this doesn't go underwater and we can still watch. Yeah, because it goes inside and then we get good lighting. Okay, this bottom part is underwater, but we should be able to swim and grab this reel. Because yeah, there are broken lanterns around as well, because I've seen some of those. Need to find a refueling station. Yeah, so that's... So there's the eye. They know about it. There is this thing, which might be their ship. There is this planet, I assume they're from, and there is this thing, which looks a bit spooky. Yeah, okay, they saw the eye, or they saw the signal from the eye. And they scanned it with their thing, and then put that signal into their face. And it made them see the eye go red. The eye destroyed the universe. Yep. And the eye destroyed them. And then... Oh, okay, so they're terrified. Okay, so they have some sort of technology ability to see... Like, read the consequences or read the future from something. And that made them angry, so unlike the Nomai, who they were looking for the eye because they were fascinated by it, they are not happy about the eye. And then there is a burnt out frame, we can't see what was on it. Oh yeah, the music is attached to each of the slides. Yeah, so we can't see those things. But there were things there, like we can see fragments. And then here's our solar system, and here's them coming in, cloaking, obscuring the sun. And now we're back to the start. Okay. So that yeah, tells us about why they're here. They want to destroy the eye, or you know, they're just angry at it in some way, and maybe they think we made it and they're gonna be mad at us too. Okay, yeah, actually this village does get a bit destroyed, so I'm not sure we can still get into the secret entrance like this. It's a bit dark in here. Just let's just go into this round building. And what's this about? But yeah, I mean, they came here to, I assume, destroy the eye and stop it from destroying the universe. But then, where are they, right? What happened to them? Did they run into the comet on the way here? or some other thing? Or did they not all agree we should destroy the eye, but unlike the anomaly, which they seem to always be in scientific pursuit and resolve things through discussions, and even if they didn't agree with something, right, because some of them didn't agree to build a sun station, they would still do it, like, as an agreement in their tribe. Those ones here, they might be a bit more aggressive about it. I mean, they did burn out the eye building. This is the tower. Yeah, this feels like, well, either their home planet or a planet they just, you know, they're attached to. We get a reel, but we would have to take it back to that other building unless there's a projector and a lantern here. No, but there are some links that have energy attached to them. So the different buildings are somehow connected and we have to do something or explore them all. Okay, well, if we can jet back over there, we can watch this reel, maybe before the sun explodes. Ow. Okay, is this about their planet? Or it's about one of the buildings. It's the building with the 3 branches. They go in. Okay, that's the round one with the pictures. They do look a bit scary with those eyes. And they point at the planet. And they turn it off. They have some lanterns. Oh, there is a secret passage behind the one with the planet. And they go there. Okay, so when we get to that building, we know there is a secret passage behind that particular picture. Okay, well, there's a raft there if we can reach it. And also the sun, I caught a glimpse when it was looking a bit red, so we're probably close to the loop ending. Okay, where can we take this now? Is this still gonna electrocute us, or on the raft we're safe? Okay, we're fine. It's just if we're swimming by ourselves. Okay, that will do for parking. Okay, this is back to the bit on where the other side is some sort of entrance, so I don't think we can jetpack it, but just to make sure. No, but it's actually higher up, so we'll probably just fall into the water and get carried away. Okay, let's go back to the raft and see if we can find that building with the branches then. So far, haven't fallen into any teleporters. What's that there? I guess we can't climb in. Is this some sort of lift we could use? Yeah, there is a underground entrance. Ooh. It's like resonances coming from different... we can roast a marshmallow on their weird green fire. Does it also burn it? Yep. Okay. Well, how about it? We roast it proper. We never miss an opportunity to roast a marshmallow, because that's what true Harvians do. Roast their marshmallows. Eat on marshmallows. So this is like chained, as if they're keeping something in. And yeah, there's 3 seals on it. This looks like it could be like a bell. So like those things, yeah, hit that thing, and then it resonates. Yep. Ouch, fallen into the fire. So if we hit it, it also makes a bell sound. So we would somehow have to operate this bell so that all 3, so like 1 gong, then 2 gongs, then 3. Like, I don't know. This is like gong, but as in, you know, hit the bell 1, 2, and 3 times for the correct resonance. What else can we see? Are those stairs? Like, is that climbable there? Nah, it's just rocks. Although, you know, considering the size of those things we saw, maybe for them this is stairs. Okay, well, they say it's time to go. It sounds like we've got a lot exploring to do to find out what they were really after, and then what happened to them, because it seems similar to the Nomai. Even though we can find traces of them, they seem to be long gone. If you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing, and then you will know right away when I've put up more of the episodes. And either way, I'll see you soon on another adventure.